happy, we're alive, we're well. Guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Happy Wednesday, meatballs. Yeah, it's some Wednesday wisdom here on America's Mentor, about 7:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What am I saying there? Talking to myself here. Shit. Happy Wednesday to you guys. Happy Wednesday to you guys. It's National Take My Children to Work Day. Yeah, picture that. You know, me explaining to HR the next day while my kids are running around. A 10-foot high oven going back about 20 feet inward. Oh yeah, but this is more subtle. It's National Strawberry Parfait Day. So add some sprinkles and you guys got your good on. The strawberries are in season. They are red hot. Find the natural ones and you guys will be enjoying yourself. And out of the quote box tonight, because there's a lot to talk about, I'm going to get to the meat, the cheesecake, like I always say here on America's Mentor, of the program, because it's God. Imagine if all the iconic, successful people out there, deceased, alive, whatever it might be, wrote a book on what they thought about every day. I mean, imagine the world today, because what science has proven now, even though friggin' scripture and even before that was telling us it's all a mindset before it can become a lifestyle. Imagine what these guys were thinking about all day long. You know, the Jeff Bezos, the Zuckerbergs, I mean, the Churchills. I mean, imagine what these guys were thinking about all day long to have created what they've done. If we would have had that mentality installed in us instead of the friggin' hustle and grind that we've been spoon-fed for decades, I mean, and it ruins so many lives. And it pisses me off because it's proven now, and it's been proven for thousands of friggin' years, but how it was suppressed, it's mind-boggling to me. Why wouldn't everybody be shown this and explained to this, that the creation within us is within us? It all starts within us. It's our mindset. It's our belief system. Therefore, it turns into our reality, hence our lifestyle. To me, I mean, that any of you guys that are going through that now, I mean, I got a friend-iversary from my good friend Kurt. Him and we do our weekly show here on America's New Escape, America's Mentor, and now Americans Talking. Him and I have been friends for 16 years. And he knows, he saw what I went through and the struggles. And granted, we all have struggles. But I put myself in that struggle to find out what the hell was going on. Why were these things happening? Why was my world caving in? It had to cave in for me to rebuild. And a lot of you guys are going through that now. Mentally, spiritually, financially, through relationships, breakup, divorce. I mean, we're all going through some kind of revitalization. I can honestly tell you from wholeheartedly, and it's my mission here with America's Mentor, so they put me in the teacup to constantly bring you guys as much information as I can about the inner self. However it may be, it may be repetitive, but I can tell you right now, it's all the same way, just articulated in different ways. But each of us are unique. We have our uniqueness, so we absorb things differently. And this one here is really cool because it really goes high-tech on how they were explaining this. But out of the quote box today, healing isn't always pretty, but it's always powerful. Lisa Nichols, remember her, if you guys watched The Secret, powerful story behind her evolution to where she is now. And I'm actually personal friends with her on LinkedIn. Her and I talk on there, and she's beautiful, phenomenal woman on the inside, beautiful soul, but indeed had to learn the hard way. Growing up in South LA, thug life really tormented her and damaged her. But she realized through her edifying herself every day that we shall overcome. Indeed, we all can overcome. We all can overcome. But it's not by doing it on the outside. It's not. It's all an inside job before an outside reality. And this came to me, actually, I did show prep in like 40 minutes today. I was like, oh, shit, gotta get home. Show prep, nap, get up, get shit, and I'm here. That's my life. I love it. I friggin' love it. And I love sharing this stuff with you guys. This came to me via Crystal.channel. And she got a plethora of videos where she's talking on this website. It's called ChatGPT. Remember that, ChatGPT. It's an AI system. And in there, she's holding her, I think her iPad or whatever it might be, up to her ear and talking to this AI machine. And it's giving her the answers that are relevant to what has been spoken for thousands of years. Even though it's artificial intelligence, they're speaking the brevity that we should know. And that we should push upon ourselves every day with our thoughts, our words, our feelings, and most importantly, our friggin' belief system. And I'll get right to it. There's a lot of pages here, man. Handwritten by yours truly, the left-hander, and it believe me, it'll all make it'll all make sense. But you have to understand, whatever you're doing every day, if you're struggling, if you're trying to hustle and grind for all this in life, realize everything starts within. And for you to evolve, you have to understand what's going on under the hood. I say it repetitively on America's Mentor. You open the hood, you see what kind of engine you're working with. And the good thing is you can repair it or you can replace it. That's called transformation, because what's going on between your left and right ear is everything. It is creation in action. Every thought, every word, every syllable out of your friggin' mouth is a next step of creation. That's why it's imperative that you monitor your frontal lobe, that creative mega center of imagination and creativity. Focus on that. Don't focus on the 90%. The storage cabinet, the Xerox copying machine that will put you in the ground many, many years before your time is up. But Crystal went on to say, holding this little iPad, holding up to this little machine that she was talking to, it says, AI, tell us how God creates. Great answers from this machine, because it articulates what Abraham Hicks, all the great authors, deceased notables have been telling us for thousands of years, but it's articulated so simply and not in their own esoteric way like Scripture says it, or back in the when in Eastern notables said it, add ye and thou. It just explains it so simple, and this will help heal you. It'll help transform your mindset, which in turn will transform your lifestyle. And think about this. It starts off, she asks, AI, tell us how God creates. Just decide and allow. No asking, no explaining, no waiting, just knowing. How many of you can actually ask the universe knowing that you are going to get it? Probably 99.9% of you don't believe that you can have it. That's why you don't have it. This is where looking under the hood of your past beliefs and your thought processes impede with what you're trying to attain. There's the hustle and grind mentality. What hustle and grind means, it's not there. You're chasing it. In the scientific world, the quantum realm, chasing something means you're always going to be chasing it. What he's saying, what AI is saying, just decide. Decide on what it is, no matter what. Good health, well-being, wealth, $1 billion friggin' dollars, whatever it might be, decide and allow. No asking, no explaining, no waiting, just saying it's mine, I claim it, done. End of story. This is what he's getting at. You don't hope, wish, or negotiate with reality. And that's very true. You can't, it's not a bargaining chip. Because you're telling the universe what is, this is beautiful. What you're telling it by bargaining or hoping or not believing is that's not here. And that's a powerful belief that is not going to allow anything you're trying to manifest to come into your reality. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Does that make sense? He goes on to say, simply decide and allow it to be. To be or not to be. That is the question. When you think about those famous words, he was deciding whether to be alive or to be dead. I'm asking you to be or not to be what you want in or don't want in life, because you're going to get whatever you believe in. Now, page 2, decide. He goes on, he goes in steps. I'll keep it succinct, I promise you. Decide with certainty. So whatever it is that you truly, truly want, not some silly thing out there. I'm talking about what you know in your heart you've always wanted. This is what I'm getting at. What you know in your heart. You've always dreamt about this. This is what I want. This is what they're getting at. Not some, random thing here. I'm talking about what you truly desire. Peace, abundant, whatever it is. Be precise. This is what they're getting at. And this is what I practice every day. And I can honestly tell you from the friendiversary with Kurt that I mentioned for 16 years, he saw me at my lowest. He actually saw me evolve over time. And this is what we talk about on our shows. It's a process. It shouldn't have to take 16 years, but I'm ignorant. It just took me a long time to understand, because you see how they depict it. And when they're talking about transformation and scripture and all these ways of scientific knowledge that are so vast in their assumptions, when you can grasp it with your uniqueness to understand it, that's when you start articulating it your way. Because we're brought here our way, meaning, in other words, our uniqueness. We are whole. We are one. That's why we got a fingerprint. It's our way or the highway. However way you do it, but here are the basic instructions. You just kind of negotiate, in other words, deciding on what you want and move from there. Decide with certainty, I have this now, not hope or will, it's mine. Set the data. This is powerful. Set the data. What they're saying is, what the AI was telling her was, imagine it, feel it, let it be transmitted that way every second of every day as much as you can. I mean, it's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not patting myself on the back here, meatball. All I'm saying is, be it. Every fiber of your being, whatever it is that you know that you've always wanted, that you've always felt, this is mine. This is what I've always known that I can have. But damn it, I deserve it. Indeed. Stop negotiating. Claim it. Decide it. Be it. Every second of every day as much as you can. It's not daunting. It's not, because if you're passionate enough about something, you're going to create that something. He goes on to step number 3. That was step 2. Set up the data. Step 3, allow to unfold. No checking, no doubting, forcing. Just expect it to show up. That's a hard thing for people to grasp. Just expect it to show up. What did Martin Luther King say about the ladder technique? One step at a time, one rung at a time. The way will be made for you. This is what I'm trying to articulate here in the best way for you. Allow to unfold. No checking, no doubting. Don't keep checking, seeing if it's here yet. What you want, let it to the universe. Let it go. Let it go. Believe in it. Just understand, a way is going to be made. If you guys really think back on your pursuits in life that you wanted to get, what came to you the best way was the natural way. You said, I want a certain thing. You decided upon it. It may not be big as what I'm talking about here, your grandest desire or dream, if that's what you want, or the smallest things in life. But whatever came natural to you is going to come natural in life. So choose well. Allow to unfold. No checking or doubting. Just expect to show up. That's it. Creation is that simple. Really grasp that. And who said it? Helen Haxel. Helen Haxel was the iconic sweepstakes winner. This lady won 4,000 different sweepstakes, including cars, homes, trips. I mean, back in the 50s and 60s, and I think early 70s, before she took it on the road to actually teach people, it was called SPECT. And that's basically what they're talking about here. Select it, project it, expect it, and collect it. That's exactly what AI is telling us, and what people have been telling us for thousands of years. But it's hard to believe, indeed, because why? Because we've been taught otherwise. We've been taught bass backwards. That's why I wish that they can create a library of all the notables out there, how they attained it. Not how on the outside, but on the inside. What they thought about every day. What were their thought patterns? What were their belief systems? That's so important. That's quantum mechanics in action right there. My life changed when I started working from the inside out instead of letting the outside work in. The outside is just going to deter you. It's going to fill your mind with malware. It's going to ruin the effect, because this is the cause. In reality, is the effect from that cause. Now, he goes on to say, the only thing that delays is the belief. just exactly what I just said, that if it wasn't here. Then she asked a powerful question. Can you explain belief? Which is this is hard for people. Can you explain belief? The only reason creation felt slow or difficult because of the belief that it wasn't instant, effortless, and or natural. What did I just say? To compound your reality, it has to feel as natural as possible. That's why it's something that you've always wanted. It's a natural feeling of something that you've been gifted with, whatever it might be. I've always wanted a platform. Guess what? Where am I sitting right now, Meatball? On a platform, doing what I love to do. It naturally came. It naturally evolved. So make sure if you're asking for something, make sure it's at what you've always wanted. Work on it. Believe in it. Understand that you can have it. But you have to keep believing and knowing and accepting the fact that it's yours. It's nobody else's. It's yours. It's your own uniqueness. Nobody goes on. Nobody understands what's going on between your left and right ear except you. So if you have malware in there that's disrupting it, clean your house. Clean the system. When you focus more on your desire than what has happened to you, your desire is going to make you happy. It's going to come. It's going to be a natural feeling. You're going to start seeing the spring in your step and your shoulders back. You're going to start understanding that I have a reason to be here. Instead of fighting for every friggin' thing that I want to attain in life, I just have to be it, allow it, and expect it, and watch the steps that life is going to create for me. That's power. That's patience. And that's understanding how the universe works. He goes on to say, and this is exactly what I was talking about in the very beginning. We were conditioned to believe reality is hard. It takes effort. Things take time. And you have to struggle. And it just doesn't appear. He's absolutely right. Because we're chasing something that is running away from us. That we don't believe we can have. If you don't really believe deep down what you're trying to attain, no matter whatever it is, you're going to always be chasing it. That's why I call it hustle and grind. Hustle and grind will work eventually because you're finally going to realize it and you're going to pushing at it so much with so much perseverance, but you don't have to do that. You really don't. You really don't. Because hustle and grind is going to stress you the hell out. It's going to put you in the ground many more years ahead of time. And it shouldn't be that way. We're naturally evolving every day. Why don't you let your desire or whatever it is naturally evolve as well? To struggle or don't just appear. You must be worthy. And this is cool. You must be worthy, lucky, or strategic to receive. What they were saying is people believe that if I'm not worthy enough, or I have to be lucky, or the strategic plan, or to receive what I'm doing. No, it's just a natural effect. Believe me when I tell you, maybe I didn't say it correctly, but to receive what you truly desire, it's a natural effect of your belief system of how it's going to happen. He goes on to say, we believed in limitations. This is how we were brought up. We believed in limitations. We thought there were rules, processes, and obstacles. Exactly what he just said. We believed ahead of time that if we're trying to attain something, that there's going to be issues and obstacles and struggle. So it's a preamble to more struggle and obstacles because that's what we believe in. That's why they said believe, let go, and believe and understand it's going to happen. Whenever it does, it happens when you perfectly align with it with your energy. And that's the practice part. We were told that instant creation is impossible, and that's bullshit. I mean, it's not impossible, because if you hyphen the word impossible, it says impossible. The minute your imagination is creating instantaneously, but at the same time, your belief system, your energy that you're emitting every day is either bringing it to you or destroying it. So you have these ups and downs every day. I believe, I don't believe. I believe, I don't. You're not bipolar, Meatball. You've just been conditioned to not believe in it. It's when you change your perception about what you're trying to attain. That's when it becomes this nice level of energy you're emitting. Therefore, objects, synchronicities, and serendipities start happening in your life. Does all of this make sense? Everything's an inside job. Everything you're trying to have, be, or do is an inside job, most importantly, of your belief system. It's revamping what we were taught. I have to bitch slap a lot of them teachers. Say you gotta hustle and grind. You need diplomas and accolades. That's bullshit. Because if I can fail English in high school, leave high school in the 10th grade, but yet write 3 novels, there's something wrong with this picture. And if you're not attaining what you want, if your life is not what you thought it would be, it's because of the way you thought it would be. Change your thought process and you change your life process. And I think I'm on the last page. We unknowingly reinforce delay with our own thoughts. Just exactly what I was talking about. Every time we doubt, hoped, and waited, the universe reflects our belief system to deliver exactly that. More delay, more hope, and more delay in everything that's going on in your life. You get what you are. If you believe you are a abundant being every day with this great purpose in life, you are going to manifest that. If you believe you're a schmuck, you're going to manifest more things to call you a schmuck. It's a really simple analogy of life, man. This should really encourage you and inspire you to realize that reality is all our creation. We bring ourselves up, we bring ourselves down. It's a whole choice of decisions that we make every day. He goes on to say, reality is just a projection of mind. Yep, that's what I talk about every day. I'm not patting myself on the shoulder. I'm just proving the fact that it's everywhere. Information about creation is everywhere. The same way, just articulated a little bit differently. And when you guys can grasp that for yourself, you're going to realize how truly powerful you are, and there are no friggin' limits in your life, unless you think there are. Reality is just a projection of mind, and the voice is starting to suck wind. The reality is just a projection of mind. There are no rules except the ones you accept. In friggin' deed on that. I love that concept because it just like I said in the beginning, it's your own uniqueness. You create the rules. You're the director of your own story. You're the director of your own movie. When you say action, the movie gets moving. Does that make sense? You're telling a vision about your life every day by how you think of yourself every day. And if you keep doing that, it can either grow you or destroy you. Karma can be your best friend or worst enemy. It's up to you guys. Up to you to grasp what I'm trying to throw at you guys, because it's kind of everything that I say and these guys have been saying, all just said a little bit differently. Because we're all different and we're all unique. And we all have this ability in life to create whatever we desire. There are no rules except the one that you accept. If you believe it, in an instant, it will be. In other words, you set in motion what you're trying to create. And those lights going off are actually my timers are saying, Meatball, you're talking too much. I might have to do this show again. But guys, really grasp it for yourself. And try the website for yourself. It's CHAT, capital GPT. And basically, it's an AI system. Ask it anything. You sign in, give a simple, information about your email, confirm that you're not a bot, and ask it anything. Ask how my dreams come true, or ask better questions, and you're going to get amazing answers because it'll show you the way. It'll say, wait, life has been a paradox of left and or right. What friggin' way do I need to go? What I'm saying is, when you understand that everything starts within, and life is going to start creating the best life for you on the outside. So guys, enjoy your Wednesday. It's friggin' hot in here, guys. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. I hope this helped. At America's Mentor on X. Guys, much love on YouTube. # America's Mentor. I'll be on tomorrow night with Kurt for Americans Talking, tentatively. I haven't heard from him yet, but this will hopefully get my voice back. Happy National Strawberry Parfait Day. It's hot. Go get one. Eat it before it melts, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday. God bless. I hope this information helped. I say it a billion times because if you absorb a minute of what I said, you're on the path of the journey to where you've always wanted to go. Enjoy your Wednesday, guys. I'll see you guys soon, man.